Because the game really is like a puzzle fetch quest like Zelda. With tombs and shit, and you explore dungeons, and you're a horseman. You feel me? But you're deaf. So, and you're a Nephilim. So it's like on some, you're a deity. You're a deity type shit. You feel me? So that's why I compared to God of War. Instead of you just being a regular little elf or anything like that, you still run the same kind of quest line as a Link. They send you on a journey to collect 3 triangles and 10 pennies and a motherfucking sword that's broken into 50 pieces, and you're supposed to go get all the pieces to make the ultimate weapon. That's the type of shit you get from this kind of game. It may sound tedious to some, but I love that type of shit. On here, they taking Bible stories and making it into a video game. Because right now, I'm at the Tree of Life. And apparently the Tree of Life has 2 sides to it. The Tree of Life and the Tree of Death. And the Tree of Death sits in the land of the dead. For you to get to the other side of the Tree of Life, there's a gateway on the tree. Because the tree is as big as a skyscraper. It's not no little tree that's outside in the field. Yo, ain't that some shit? And then once you go to the tree, you open the gate. Well, you touch the door to the tree, but you're not even supposed to be, you're not supposed to touch the tree at all. Once you touch the tree, you get absorbed by the abyss. And once I got absorbed by the abyss couldn't take me because I was already a deity. So it just sent me into the damn land of the dead as a living being. And everyone there is dead but alive. They're perfectly dead and happy with being dead, and they've always reigned over this land. That's where I'm at right now.
This is the tales thus far.
And you gotta love the voice
A
acting.
grand arena gilded by blood. A giant slain. A total bleeding full. Before the king will by the rider. His last hand is dead cold.
So the king of the land of the dead told my ass after I defeated his champion in the arena that I have to go collect his retainers. He said, I don't even respect you, I don't know you, all that. For him to be awakened from his slumber, I had to kill his best champion, and he had to feel that energy leave the world, the world of the dead. And whoever killed that champion deserved an audience with the Lord of the Dead, which was not a good audience, because he was pissed. Since I did that, then he don't look at me like I'm an ally. I have to earn his trust, and I have to go out and kill his retainers. Yeah, this is cracking all types of fucking weird. Yeah. So in this game, you play as Death. And on the storyline itself is all about the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. And the first game, you play as the younger brother of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. His name is War. There's also Strife and Fury. Those are the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Now, War basically is like a motherfucking berserker. He goes in with a great sword. He's overpowered as fuck. Bulky, but very overpowered. Now, Death is like an assassin. He parkours, wall runs, all sorts of fucking athletic shit to get the job done. Strife is a shooter. And I don't know nothing about what he's capable of, but I just know he's a shooter and he looked like a ninja. He's one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. And Fury is like a female with hair that's on fire, wearing battle armor and a fucking chain blade. She looks so fucking awesome. You know what I mean? And depending on her mood and what element or power she's using, her hair color changes. So I want to see what's going on with all of them. It's a very good game, and it's about the origins of the Nephilim. I didn't know that. It's about the origins of the Nephilim. Apparently, how they became the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse is that they made a deal with the Grand Council. Now, the Grand Council stands guard over the entire galaxy, not just Earth. On Earth, there are 3 kingdoms, apparently. There's the kingdom of hell, the kingdom of heaven, and the kingdom of man. And basically, the council rules over the entire galaxy and all the other kingdoms in the universe. You feel me? So they decided, hey, you Nephilims born from angels and demons are way too much of a threat. Too much power. Y'all gotta just, let me just grab 4, they grabbed 4 of the most powerful Nephilims, like the lead Nephilims, and made them a deal. They made them a deal for immortality and unlimited power, and that they'll have the title over everything. You feel me? Y'all are gonna basically be the one factor that can stop heaven, the one factor that can stop hell, the one factor that can stop anything on the 3 worlds. Like you're basically, y'all don't rule it, but say if anything happened, bitch, y'all gonna be powerful, just powerful enough to stop it. I'm gonna give you unlimited power. So they basically killed, their deal was they had to kill off their each individual tribes. Death killed off his tribe, War killed off his tribe, and all so on and so forth. For them doing it, they were cursed. They got cursed from doing that shit. And also, they obtained that power that they always wanted. You feel me? But now they got, and everybody acting like, bitch, you a filthy ass fucking Nephilim. You the last of your breed. I can kill you. Like now that it ain't a shit ton of Nephilims, everyone's trying to play them like, hey, we can wipe you out. I heard tell of how powerful a Nephilim can be, but fuck that. I can kill you. Especially the demons in hell and the angels in heaven. They don't fucking believe in the strength of a Nephilim. They don't care about that shit. They will fight you, but get slaughtered. But they will fight you to their last breath. And yeah, it's just crazy. It's a great storyline to it so far. They mention angels like Azazel and all kinds of shit like that. Azazel apparently guards the Well of Souls for heaven. The Well of Souls is guarded by the Reaper in hell, but his name is way different. I forgot his name. He had a different name on here, because the Reaper is one of the 4 horsemen. And it's really, he ain't the Reaper. His name is Death. He's not the Reaper. His name is Death. I mean, if there's a difference between Death and the Reaper, then that shows you it right there. But let me see. Basically, once they killed off their tribes, they obtained that power. And the first game kicks off at the apocalypse of the end of the human race. Like the whole first game is about the beginning of the end of the human race. And it's all because of an angel who consorted with another angel who had influence over the gates to the Garden of Eden. And in the Garden of Eden is the Tree of Life. You feel me? So, this one angel basically went to the Garden of Eden, despite what he was, his rules, that he can't even set foot in there, let alone go up and do what he planned to do. You feel me? He went to the garden secretly and ate the fruit of life. Once he ate the fruit of life, it opened his eyes to the truth about him being a slave as an angel. That shit fucked his head up because he's always been a powerful leader of all the other angels and never had to take no orders from nobody. But it let him know that pretty much your orders are preset and that you are basically a pawn. And he didn't like that. So that the well gave him the option of a wish. Like his option was that he can either be a servant in heaven or rule in hell. And you know what he chose. So he got changed from an angel to a demon, and the demon that he became got called the Destroyer. The Destroyer killed the devil, killed the main leader of the demon race, and took over his armies. Disguised himself as the angel that he once was to lead the Hell Guard against the demon race, and also consorted with Azazel to break the seals of the 7 deadly sins to start the end war. Now Azazel pleaded with him. He said the third kingdom is not ready yet. They will be decimated. Please don't do this. He said it's for the greater good of his plan. You feel me? Whole time that voice told him, you have forsaken God. You have eaten the fruit. You feel me? So either you can just be a servant in heaven or you can rule in hell. You know what I mean? From here on out, you know the truth. Can you live with the truth and just keep doing what you've been doing? And he couldn't. So he conspired to break all 7 deadly sins to cause the apocalypse for the third kingdom and try to defeat the demon lord by himself as the destroyer so that he can basically make it just 2 kingdoms and get praises from God and finally be, you know, acknowledged as more than just a protector and an angel. He wanted more. Ended up causing the extinction of mankind and shit. The shit was not, he did not expect that to happen. Like as soon as they broke those seals, the gates of hell opened wide open. And the fucked up thing is, there wasn't no devil to come destroy everything. There were millions of them. So many that the Hell Guard was completely overwhelmed and they could not even fight against these Johns. They were everywhere. They wiped the human race out in 100 years. So after he broke the seals, after Azazel broke the seals for the destroyer, Azazel hesitated because he didn't want to do it in the first place. He broke 6 of the 7 seals and kept one for himself. And only war got summoned. Not the other 4 horsemen. Only war. Once war got summoned, he started fucking everything up, dog. You play with him, he comes in and starts killing angels, demons, humans, everybody. That's the rule. If the fucking bell is tolled, all the seals are broken, that means it's the end war. You were sent on the front line to kill everybody. If that ever happened, if they ever broke the covenant of the council and broke the 7 deadly sin seals, hey, it's go time. Go in there and kill everybody. And that's what he did. You play with him and he goes into the human world in New York City. In New York City, the news teleprompter on the screen, it says clusters of meteors are falling to the earth. And then they show a fucking map of the whole United States of all the spots where they think that the meteors are going to hit. You feel me? all these meteors hit, and then the ground starts cracking, and then pillars come out, and there's all these fucking demons just eating people, like just murdering everybody in an instant. And then the angels just up in the sky above the buildings, just like 2 arms held guard trying to fight them off. But bitch, they go into that. They're getting their heads ripped off. They're getting eaten alive. They don't know what the fuck they getting themselves into, because hell has been itching to come up here. Itching. And it's so much demons down there that they was overwhelmed. And since they didn't have God's support, and they were trying to do a little solo dolo mission, dumbasses, they got wiped the fuck out. You feel me? They got wiped out. And the fucking destroyer guy, his angel form got killed. Like the form that he took when he was an angel, it got killed. So he ended up turning into a fucking demon full on, because he ended up getting killed, and the power that the tree gave him got fully released as he got killed. And then that was it. Like pretty much, like War got killed by the destroyer and got reincarnated at the council about 1,000 years later, after that shit all happened. So he gets sent back to Earth after pleading with the council, because they blamed it all on him. They said they don't know what the fuck is going on. The seals are still intact. You were not summoned. Why the hell did you even go down there and interfere with the matters of heaven and earth and the 3 kingdoms? You were not summoned. If you were summoned, where the hell was your siblings? Why the hell did you even start battling without them? You feel me? War was just I don't know what. I thought it was the time. Like, please, just guys, can y'all give me another chance to go back to Earth to fix what I did wrong? They got quiet. That was like Earth. Which Earth? You mean hell too? Like, pretty much hell is Earth now. In 1,000 years, if hell gates opened up. So they didn't tell him that. They basically said the destroyer's forces would, kill him. They were confident that the destroyer is that powerful that he can actually kill a Nephilim and kill one of the 4 horsemen easy. He said, well, then send me down there and let the demon carry out your sentence, because I know what you're going to do to me. You feel me? They said very well, and sent him down there stripped of all his powers with handcuffs on him. You feel me? And he went down there. You got to build your character up from the ground up, because he pretty much loses all his power. But you get the taste of his power during that first battle when he first gets summoned. But all that shit stripped away from you once you start trying to fight the destroyer. Then begins the ultimate Zelda fetch quest, because no one knows how to get to this fucking destroyer guy. So it makes you go through every little temple, fight every single one of his lords, the destroyer's lords. He ends up killing all of them, releasing the devil from prison, because the whole time the destroyer imprisoned the devil. And guess what his name was on there? Samael. You ever heard the devil being referred to as Samael? For real? That's deep. So basically, you go release the devil as War, so that he can help you get to the tower of the destroyer and get close to the destroyer, so he can destroy the destroyer to clear his name. That's what War thinks. It doesn't work out that way. Once he goes around the world, he collects 4 hearts from all the fucking demons and shit. The demon lords, retainers and shit. He then feeds those hearts to the devil. The devil is mad as shit because they betrayed him, and he wants their hearts. He said, if you want my help, go kill those motherfuckers and bring me their hearts. they're still beating hearts too. If you kill them and you kill the monster and take the heart and the monster's still not dead, you don't want that. You alright? You know what I mean? So trying to seal this bitch, you just would not want to seal. Okay. Where's the lighter? Got a lighter? Oh, that's right. Yeah, so he goes grab the demon lords' hearts and shit and feeds them to the devil known as Samael. And Samael basically teleports you to the demon lord's palace now that he has absorbed the power of all four of his retainers. Because the destroyer sealed away his powers inside the hearts of those retainers. But he didn't tell War that. He was impressed that War actually trusted him and became cool with War. He told War he's cheering him on and he wants him to destroy the destroyer and he wishes him the best of luck, and he just left the shit in War's hands. After you collect all of the fucking hearts, he went right back to hell. And it was like, I'll be waiting down there for you one day. You'll be down there and all that shit. And, you know, War is like the silent, strong, silent type. He didn't say shit. He just walked off, jumped in the portal, went straight to the destroyer. Once he got to the tower, he ran into what's his name? Azazel. He ran into Azazel. Remember, Azazel and the destroyer did all that shit. Azazel spilled the beans because of the guilt in his heart. Once he seen a horseman, it hurted him. He was like, damn. Like, you taking all the rap for this, man. You taking all the rap for this. I am an angel. You feel me? I did this because the guy, he was my friend. And we've been friends for eons. And I would do anything for him. You know what I mean? And I trust him completely. So I don't know, you know, he's like, I would never think that he would go this far. And so I explained to him that one angel did what he did with the fruit of life and the tree, and you know what I mean, broke the 6 seals and had you summon, and the whole time he conspired to fight against the demons of hell by himself and all that other shit. And War was pissed. War was absolutely pissed. He couldn't wait to get to the top of this tower, so we basically released Azazel from his prison because basically his best friend locked him in the tower, at the bottom of the tower, and sealed him away where he would keep the Well of Souls open so that no matter what, the demons would keep resurrecting unlimited. Mind you, Azazel is the gatekeeper to heaven. It's basically the opener of the well of souls, basically the reaper of heaven. He keeps this well of souls protected. He lets people in, he keeps people out. They just put him in hell and just was like, seal him down there and use his magic power to fucking keep the hell gate and the fucking well of souls open. So, I freed him from that. Went to the top of the tower, destroyed the last of Satan's main generals, one guy named Straga. And that demon, Straga, is the one that killed him in the war. Killed the destroyer's angel form. And he killed off War, and had War reincarnate 1,000 years later after the fact. So War already had beef with Bull. Like, bitch, you killed me before I could stop them from doing this. Now, the third kingdom is lost. It's been over 1,000 years you demons been running amok on Earth. And y'all killed off every human being. He wanted war. He wanted vengeance for that. You feel me? He wanted vengeance for that. So, he basically killed Straga. And once we killed Straga, Azazel destroyed the tower with his holy magic, because he was finally free from the tower, and summoned and teleported us directly to the matter of fact, killing Straga destroyed the tower, because the tower and Straga was one. That's what they said. So basically, once we killed him, the tower was self-destruct, and the hell gate and the damn well of souls would collapse in on itself. We had to get out of there with Azazel. Azazel ended up teleporting us to a place close to heaven, but not back to earth. He teleported us to the Garden of Eden, and he had a secret, ulterior motive. He gave War this mask where he can see into the shadow realm, because War's eyes have been blinded from the truth, because he's a Nephilim ran by the council, and he's got those handcuffs on. So the thing will keep him from, seeing or learning anything that is beyond what he's supposed to know. So once he gave him that mask, the mask of truth and the mask of the shadow realm, he basically wore that mask, went into the fucking gates of Eden, and basically walked through the garden and went to the tree. And Azazel said, the only way you're going to find out the truth about what's really, really going on, because it was all big, confusing mess, is if you go eat the fruit yourself and find out what the destroyer did to become the destroyer. And then he really found out what the destroyer's options was and all of that, and found out the voice said that he can either be a servant in heaven or rule in hell. And also, War found out that the council was crooked, and that they did all the shit that they did to the Nephilims, using death, using strife, using fury, using his brothers and sisters. Remember, he's the youngest. He didn't have to do none of that. He's righteous and straightforward and very quiet. Once he found out all that happened, he started a war with the council of the universe. The council sent heaven after him and hell. So now, on this game, the boss is War. I gotta take Death. Death don't want to fight his brother. Death is sitting here like trying to go to the tree of life himself and make a wish to the tree of life to bring back all of humanity so that his brother's name can be cleared. And it's becoming a super dumb Twilight Princess quest, where they got me fucking doing what I just said. I gotta go collect the damn King of Dead. Fucking, bro, when I tell you I was in the fucking, on the holy side of the tree at first, dealing with the first humans. And they were giants. It blew my mind. This is like a Bible story on a game. You feel me? The first humans are called the Makers. They built the gates of heaven and hell. These motherfuckers built the gates of heaven and hell, and they live in the Garden of Eden. Now, once the Garden of Eden once they got kicked out of the Garden of Eden, that happened in the future. The motherfuckers, the Nephilims, tried to nuzzle up. They moved right in. They moved right into the Garden of Eden. God and the devil and all of them was not cool with that, and the council was not cool with that. The Garden of Eden is like a portal between dimensions. Like, you're not allowed to just have that, and you're already too OP, but they deserved it. Think about it. What race is more powerful than an angel-demon hybrid? They can, if they was to stay in the Garden of Eden, that would have been their world. I think they sent war, strife, and fucking fury to kill all of them. Summon them back to the council, put them into a deep slumber, and the only thing that can wake them up is if those seals broke. And after war killed the destroyer and took the last seal from Azazel, he shattered it and said that he's going to war with all of them, and he's not going alone. And then all you see is the other three horsemen being summoned, yo, and flying through the galaxy. They not coming to Earth. They being dropped in other worlds near Earth. So, Darksiders 2. A whole lot. Fantastic game, bro. Look at him. That nigga is death. Look, that nigga is death. That glow around my hand is the soul of one of the retainers. He literally is going out and grabbing the souls of these people and taking them to the king of the dead. Like, bitch, you coming with me. And look how the start screen is. As soon as I press X, they go right behind it. And you start up. No load times. This was from PS3 days. They remastered the shit out of this for the 4 and just took away the load screens. And made it so smooth. Look at the fucking shine on his blades. Everything. This is a PS fucking 3 game, bro. Made into a PS4 game. You know, I vouch for this, bro. I really vouch for this, bro. This shit is crazy, bro. This man horse name is Despair. And Warhorse, what was War's horse name? Ooh, what the fuck was War's horse name? I think it was, God, I would have to fucking know. I deleted the first one already. Damn, War's horse name was so fucking awesome. His horse was just black as night and on fire. And then at the tips of the fire was black fire. At the bottom of the fire was regular orange fire. But as it burned higher, it turned to black fire with no smoke. I was like, oh my God. Why? Why? And this man's name was War. And he was built, bro. He was built with a fucking hoodie on, with a great sword on his fucking back. And Stripe, the thing about Stripe, he is cocky. What the fuck? Fury is a woman. And the big tip off that made me really get back into this is the fact that I beat part 1 on PlayStation Now. And you know how you get that subscription and shit, and you can pay $20 and have over 800 games to play. You can't beat that. That was just me trying it out. Because one month they said, okay, now we're giving out PlayStation Now for free for an entire month, just so you can try it. And I did that, and I beat Darksiders 1. Totally hooked me. Bro, hooked me like a Zelda game, hooked me like a Mario game, hooked me like Devil May Cry. Hooked me. Bro, I couldn't stop playing that shit. Like, I started Darksiders 2 and I just stopped because I was like, the subscription's gonna go away and then I'm gonna have to buy this shit. Oh my god, I didn't even look at that before. You see that back there? Oh, red. Oh man, like, the game is amazing. Like, Darksiders, I gotta go to Darksiders 3 trailer. I gotta just see the trailer right now because it's gonna stoke me to beat this joint. I need to beat this joint. Once I beat this joint, man, I'm gonna be able to play with all of them all together because Darksiders 3 is about the conclusion. You get to play with all 4 horsemen. You start out with Fury. You start out with the sister. You feel me? And then you move on to Strife, and then you somehow get to Death and War. And it's a DLC to the fucking shit that I already own because, oh yeah, and I didn't get to the golden nugget, bro. They had all 3 games on sale for $60. Bro, I'm talking about all 3 for the 4 for $60. In one package with all of the season passes. I was like, what? Bitch, I grabbed that shit. I'm sorry, I had to grab it. All 3 games for $60, bro. The whole saga. I own it now, man. The whole saga. And it is a great ass saga, bro. And I'm sorry I missed it. Because I remember back